Hey, what's up, guys? Triple C here. I'm Justin.
And I'm Joseph, and this is the Triple C Show.
Episode number 56. Today, what are we talking about, Joe?
We're going to be talking about what did we say, Justin? Bantamer and Bantamax? Ooh, what a touchy subject.
Yeah, that's right. We're talking about the Bantamer and Bantamax today. Two twins, but they're both Triple C.
I guess to kind of really start things off, what is the Bantamer and the Bantamax? Or in a sense, what we like to call, and it's kind of a play on words, the Bantam twin. So the Bantam twins are pretty much the cheap vehicles. The Bantam twins are, in a sense, what me and Justin know of is the Bantamer is a sedan. The Bantamax is still up for debate. I believe it's a pickup. I thought it'd be pretty cool to have a pickup truck. But these are very on the low end in price compared to what we normally sell, which is going to be the higher end, not higher production, but more on the durable is a tough word, because these are going to be just as durable. So yeah, they're going to be very costless in a sense. We're going to make them and we're going to sell them for very cheap. The people that are on the lower end of the economy can buy newer vehicles. So right off the lot in a sense. So
that is a very good explanation of the Bantam twins. But in this video, we're going to be going in depth and talking about each of them. First off, it goes without saying, me and Joe are working together on this, right, Joe?
Yes, Justin, that is completely correct. We are actually going to be working on this together. One of our first projects working together in a while. I know that we could say restorations count, but not really. Me and Justin are going to be working together on this project. It's going to be a lot of fun. We mainly did this because, well, we have some very good ideas in play for both of us. And so we want to make sure that they all get in properly, in a sense, wanted to make sure that we get what we want, in a sense, what we want out of the whole Bantamer and Bantamax situation. Now, before I continue, I just want to say that I don't know when this is going to start. If you guys are really excited about this, disclaimer is we don't have a due date for it yet. We still have to plan it out. But yeah, so no due date. But yeah, so let's talk about the two Bantam twins. And I guess we can start off with Justin. Why don't you go ahead and talk about the Bantamer, which is our sedan?
Would love to. So the Bantamer is, now I'm still debating, Joe, if it's going to be a sedan or a hatchback. See, the original concept of the Bantamer goes back to the days when I used to design cars on Xbox for Forza. As you guys may know or have heard of that video game, I used to sell cars in there, custom made with my own liveries or designs on them. And one of them was called the Bantamer. And it was a hatchback. This is where we're getting the name Bantamer and, of course, Bantamax from. So the Bantamer is, either way, it's going to be a very, very, very affordable car or hatchback, whatever it may be. It's going to be based on the Bantamax because, of course, the platform sharing is very crucial to saving every amount of money you can, so that way you can take all of that money that you save and give it to the customer to save, of course. That probably didn't come out exactly right, or probably very confusing. In other words, if we save money, so will the customer.
Thanks, Justin. Great explanation on the Bantamer. Now on to the Bantamax. The Bantamax is our low-cost pickup truck. Who is this really going to be competing for in the auto industry is really going to be tough, because you don't really see any cheap pickup trucks. They're all really heavy duty. The pickup truck itself is going to kind of be a very similar frame, almost exactly same frame for the Bantam from the Bantamer. Bantamax is just going to have the bed on it, so it's going to be different, but it's going to be enough difference so that it's a working pickup truck, and it makes sense. We have a lot of concepting to do for this thing. So I guess you can say it's in the used car market because of how low priced it's going to be. It's like finding a Ford F-150 for $2,000. But besides that, yeah, it's really going to be in a kind of a market of its own. It's as I said, the very low end of the economy vehicle pickup truck, so that somebody that doesn't have enough money but needs a work truck can buy a work truck. They don't have to go on used marketplace or whatever and buy a used car from a dealership or from a third party person. You can go right to a dealership and pay cash right then and there, or right from the factory. That's still up in the air as well because we want to keep it at very low cost. Now the cost numbers I originally wanted to get in the 5,000 range, but I don't know if that's going to work. We're going to keep it at low tens so that you don't have to spend so much money on a brand new vehicle. So you don't have to go and buy a new F-150 for 40 grand. You could just spend 10 grand on a brand new CCC Bantam. The approach for the Bantamax is pretty simple. We're going to take the Bantamer and we're going to rip it apart. And we're going to make a pickup truck out of the Bantamer. As I said, we're going to probably give it a lift, give it a little extra, something, not 100%. So in a sense, the sedan is going to be enough that you can convert it to a pickup truck. So the sedan is going to be durable as well. So safe, we want to keep it safe, definitely very safe. And just in general, a workhorse. We don't want to do anything cheesy like, oh, let's drop 1,000 bricks on it and look at the bed. It's amazing. It doesn't dent or whatever. You know, of course we're going to go and do that, but we're not going to show it off. That's our testing kind of ability in a sense. So it's going to be a lot of testing with materials and other things like that. In all honesty, I really don't know where we're going to go with this. We'll go with it, meaning how we're going to start the tests, because there are so many tests for a pickup truck. You know, you got to make sure it's durable, you got to make sure it lasts long, you got to make sure it has a strong bed, it's got a strong frame, it's got to be powerful, it's got to have a towing capacity. So it's going to be difficult. But if we really get this right, it's going to be such an amazing find and an amazing way to just really push for the lower market consumers, especially in the world today where things are just so expensive. It's gonna be nice to see something that's brand new for a very low number of dollar bills. You know what I'm saying? The Bantamax is my favorite, actually. If I were to choose between the two of them, it'd be the Bantamax. I would definitely choose the Bantamax. It's really gonna be awesome. If we really can pull this off, it's gonna be really awesome. We're having so much fun with this, and it's just gonna be amazing. In my honest opinion, it's gonna be amazing. With it being such a niche market of like used cars, especially nowadays, the used car market is so big now, and because the prices are just so nice, you know, it's really cool. And, you know, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be tough, you know, going from an engineering standpoint to kind of build, because, you know, it's going to have to be a certain, like, price. We're going to have a budget for it so that we can sell it for a certain price and so on and so forth. There's a lot of math behind it, and there's a lot of other things worth thinking about, in a sense. So, yeah. Of course, it's going to be a lot simpler because they're going to be on the very similar. It's going to be easier because it's going to the Bantam or Bantamax are going to be the same production line. All they're going to do is after a certain point, we're going to split it off, and we're going to be like Bantamax here, Bantamer there, and then kind of just build it off of there. So they're going to be very similar in that aspect. Also, you know, it gives someone that sense of, I guess you can say, pride. You know, they're not rushing around for money to go buy a brand new car. They can buy a brand new car for a very, very, very affordable price. And I'm not saying that people are going to have a loss of pride because they buy used cars. It's great prices. You know, that's the best part. It's such a niche market of just finding good priced cars. So why not take it a step further? Give it to a brand new car for that affordable price. I think you're pretty much in the clear here. So I think that's just awesome. If we can pull this off, I think it's just going to be so awesome. I really hope so. You know, but I do have faith in us for this. So anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, definitely drop a like, and if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down in the comment section down below, because of course we will do our very best to get to them. Like it, comment, share this with your friends, and just to finish it off, I'm Joseph.
And I'm Justin. We will triple see you later.
Peace, guys.
Peace.